acting good.
Glad to see you.
At this time, I'd like to ask Tommy Yankee to come and give the invitation.
Bow with me, please. Our loving Heavenly Father, we're so thankful for the many blessings you have given us again today. We thank you, Lord, for the families that are represented here tonight, and especially for the youth that we will be honoring. We thank you, Lord, for those that have prepared the food for us. We pray that you would use it and bless it for the nourishment of our bodies. Go with us as we leave here, Lord, and give us a safe trip to our respective homes, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
We're going to start serving the meal now. We're going to head table go first, and then the table's on my right, and Jason will give you the signal when you're going.
Better than that, one of them salads. Hard to say.
Meeting room come to order. We're now holding a meeting of the Casey County FFA chapter. Mr. Vice President, for all officers at the station,
Y'all will start at the transit station, report back to you, Mr. President. Your duty is there. Reporter. Fly by the flag. Your duty is there. Secretary. Your duty is there. File. I do require me to sit all the time and correct the work of all organizations. National President, place the meeting to rise and shine. Why is the graduate rotation? The rise and shine is on the new era in agriculture. We follow the leadership of our president, who laid out the darkness of selfishness and the story sunlight, brotherhood, and cooperation. President, all officers around the state.
thank you, Mr. Vice President. Secretary called over members.
35 members, stood by 114 guests, President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? Brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA membership possess. May we accomplish our purposes, I now declare this meeting of the Casey County FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly come before this meeting. Mr. Secretary, what's the first item of business? On behalf of myself, my fellow officers, and all the members, I would like to welcome everyone out tonight. I feel like that we have a good banquet prepared, and I hope you all enjoy it. Mr. Secretary, what's the next item of business?
These fans is causing a problem on hearing. We can turn them off, and you can bear with it, whichever you want. Mr. Murphy and I are undecided, but I hope we speak loud enough, we can leave them on. The people I want to give some special thanks to tonight for being here and helping us make this banquet. First of all, the cooks for helping us with the meal, and the Casey County pork producers for doing the preparation of the meat. Let's give them a round of applause. The homemaking department, we depend upon them to do our decorations of the table, so we thank them for that. There's some special guests I want to recognize tonight, And as I do, I'd like you to stand momentarily. Please hold your applause. I want to start with the head table on the far end. Extension Agent for Agriculture, Mr. Tommy Yankee. Adult Agriculture Teacher, Mr. Marion Murphy. Superintendent, Casey County School System, Mr. Wayne Williamson. Program Supervisor and Coordinator, Casey County School System, Mr. Tom May. Mr. Frank Williams, Retired Agriculture Teacher. Mrs. Williams also. Thank you. Mr. Harvey Luttrell, Farm Credit Services, with his wife and family. Mr. Beeler, Mr. James O. Beeler, Principal, Casey County High School. We have with us some teachers from the high school, Ms. Beverly James and Ms. Sandy Tucker. From Director of Transportation, Casey County School System, Mr. Ryan Durham. At this time, I'd like for all of the former FFA officers, please stand. Former FFA officers. Let's give them a round of applause. Mrs. King, Ms. Claudia King, Secretary here at the high school. Mrs. Helena Striegel, Casey County News. President of the Casey County Pork Producers, Ron Summers. President of Casey County Beef Producers, Eddie Price. Secretary Treasurer, Casey County Beef Producers, Howard Haggard. Secretary Treasurer of the Pork Producers, Ms. Fern Baldock. I'd like for Mrs. John Burrow Murphy and her family to please stand. Jeff and Jill. My wife, my mother, Carol. I'd like for all of the parents and guests of FFA members to be recognized. Please stand, FFA members. Let's welcome them to our 1992 banquet.
Mr. Secretary, what's the next item, please?
Past 3 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years, we've been able to award scholarships to students, certain students in vocational agriculture program. This is great. I like to put my eyes on what before I say who gets the scholarship, who sponsors these. A little something about the Casey County Pork Producers. The program was initiated in that organization, Casey County Beef Club, Beef Producers Frolic. And I might say that all of these sponsors did this voluntarily. We didn't go asking for money. Southern States, Ribbon Branch, Jenny Johnson, manager, which is a former FFA member, Food World of Liberty, happens to be my nephew, and he has to be an FFA officer. I think he served with Mr. Price here. Casey County Farm Bureau Insurance, graciously given every year. Somerset Farm Credit Service, which we used to know as Production Credit, Company Production Credit. They have always supported us, and still do. And for this, we express our appreciation. And we believe that they are supporting a worthwhile program. This year, we have 3 this started off as 2 $400 scholarships. It grew to 2 $800 scholarships. This year we have 3 $800 scholarships. And the recipients of those scholarships, Joe Harper, Jason Bass, Jamie Walker, I can tell you that you have 3 conservative young men, and those I'd like right now to ask you, anytime you see the pork producer, president, or the manager of some of these businesses, don't forget to say thanks. That's very little for what you see. Thank you.
Mr. Secretary, what's the next item of business?
Speaking contest in the FFA speaking skills assessment after writing speech in the chosen category, members meet to represent ourselves in a sub-regional contest. I know from experience that impromptu speeches take a lot of knowledge and skill in particular subjects. I think this is a real word called that people learn a lot by impromptu speaking, and it really means a lot to them. And I'd like to recognize those who did well and be speaking contest. This year, Carl Durham was selected to memorize the creed, all freshmen memorize the creed, and are judged on their expression of the Lord and how they present the creed. And this year, Carl Durham represented our chapter and served very well, and he will now come and accept this award and present the creed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the FFA Creed. I believe in the future of agriculture, with faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present, past generations of agriculturalists in the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging. For I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life, holds in more fondness to those associations with, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership for myself and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly. With such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculture, some are owned and the public interest in producing and marketing the products of our soil. I believe in less dependence on data and more power in bargaining, and the life abundant and enough on its wealth to help make it settle for others as well as myself. And less charity and more of it when easy. And being happy myself and plenty square every happiness depends upon me. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our natural life, and that I can exert influence in my home community, which will stand solid for my part in an inspiring task. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Dustin Lee to come and present the record keeping track driver award.
At the FFA camp, 13 of our students went to the FFA camp this year, and they have a track driving competition. It's based upon how well you complete the obstacle course and track driving. And the winner was Joe Harper. In the classroom, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, we have an experience program. And we keep records on our farm work at home. And just what we do, we put down the records and keep the time we work and the amount of money we make. And the winner of the freshman record keeper was Kyle Durham. Oh, excuse me, pardon that. Sophomore, in the back. Junior, J.J. Buck. Senior, Jamie Walker. This time I would like to tell you about the leadership, scholarship, and shop award, incentive award, starting with Carolyn. Leadership award is one of the most important awards. It is awarded to the student of the classes freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. The vote beyond the average to show special talent of leadership over his fellow students. Of the classes, here are the winners. Freshman Neil Will,
Sophomore, Chad Will. Junior, Alan Godby. And senior, James Walker. Next award is the scholarship award. This award is given to the student in each class who has maintained high curriculum average the entire year. They are freshman Anthony Beeler, sophomore Tina Bice, junior Alan Godby, also junior Jesse Meade, and senior John Goff. The next award is the scholarship. This award is given to the student in each class who expresses an outstanding talent and constructive skills following the sports shot. And they are freshman Daniel Lester, sophomore Red Snow, junior Doug Jefferson, and senior Joe Martin.
This time I'd like to present the first book, second book, music showmanship to see how it goes. The first book goes for our treasurer, Banquet. Second first book, Secretary Alan Godby. Music award this year goes to Tina Bice. Showmanship award to Kelly Rader. And the CID to Darren Good.
Like that came by to come forward.
Members of the jury judging team are Alan Gaddy, Benjamin Buck, and Kelly Ray. Members of the livestock judging team are Roy Banks, Warren Pendleton, and Jesse Banks.
Next award is the Wellness Soul Building Award. I'd like to congratulate our well team. They placed first in the region, and they'll be going on to the state, to the state fair. I'd like to congratulate them. They are Alan Young, Sheldon Gross, Kelly Rader, and Banquet. I'd also like to congratulate our soil judging team. They worked really hard and went on some field trips and stuff and got to learn what they could. We came in runner-up in the region, and these are Alan Johnson, Danny Skaggs, Jesse Meeks, and Sheldon Gross. At this time, I'd like to present the chapter maiden team award. This year, our chapter maiden team won the district competition. The team of 4 members are selected by the officers and advisors. They are based on their ability in hospitality and safety. Team members are President James Locke, Vice President Joe Hopper, Secretary Alan Dodson, Secretary Mark Atwood, Reporter John Dossie, Sentinel Jackson Bastion, Chad Weddle, and Dustin. Mr. Secretary, what's the next item of business?
Start reading it.
Star Green
high score in the first division. This young man has earned this award. He's worked hard this year. He showed a lot of leadership for his class. I got this award last year. It was kind of like a stepping stone for me. It got me more involved in FFA and just got started for this year. So, 1992, started bringing more to Tyler.
This time I'd like to ask John Gossett to come forward.
Every year, the Future Farmers of America and Future Homemakers of America kind of help each other out. The girls from FHA always elect a sweetheart from FFA. They elected me, and that's why I'm here doing this. And the boys from the FFA this year selected Shelly Weddle as our FFA sweetheart. Shelly, come up here. Sorry, that's Shelly Foster. Shelly.
Mr. Secretary, what's the next item of business? I'd like to ask her 11 to come forward.
Thank you, David. It's an honor for me to be here tonight to present these 2 awards on behalf of Farm Credit Services. And first of all, I'd like to say that I didn't have anything to do with selecting who received these awards. But I can say, looking at what's been handed to me when I walked in tonight, both of these individuals are well deserving of the recognition. And one award is just important as others, in the way I look at it. And I'd like to back up though on that last award that was given. Things have changed since I was in high school. When we had a chapter of sweetheart, we used to give the kids when we give that jacket down. I didn't see John do that. Did he just forget to? Is that what it was? I believe he did, from what I heard. Oh, she's got a boyfriend. We didn't care back when I was school. Okay, let's move right along with this then. First one I'm going to give out is the Star Farmer, Star Chapter Farmer. I'll get it right in a minute. And this award goes to Joe Harper. Joe? Let me tell you just a little bit about what his farming program has consisted of over the past 4 years. As a freshman, he had an acre of sweet corn and a third interest ownership of this. He raised 25 head of dairy calves for replacement heifers. As a sophomore, he had an acre of sweet corn with a half ownership and 3 quarter horses and 35 acres corn silage. As a junior, he had a 1 acre of sweet corn, again half ownership, 4 quarter horses, and 40 acres of corn silage. And as a senior, he's got a half interest in an acre of sweet corn, 3 quarter horses, and 40 acres of corn silage. And some of the accomplishments that he's had over the years, you've seen a lot of them here tonight. He's regional secretary, local secretary and vice president. He received his Star Farmer degree as a junior, and that's something to be proud of. There's not many students that get that award that early on. And he has, of course, impromptu speaking is going to state competition this year with that. So he's got a good pedigree following around there. Okay, moving on to the Star Agribusinessman Award. This award goes to Jamie Wall. Jamie? Let me tell you a little bit about Jamie's starting program. As a freshman, he had 1/4 acre of watermelon, and he had a share in 5 acres of cantaloupe. As a sophomore, he had a 1/4 acre of watermelon and had a share in 6 acres of cantaloupe and a 1/2 acre of pumpkin. In his junior year, he had a 1/2 acre of watermelons and a share in 7 acres of cantaloupe and 1 acre of pumpkin. His senior year, a 1/2 acre of watermelons, a share in 9 acres of cantaloupe and 2 acres of pumpkin. And again, some of David's accomplishments, he received his star of Green Hand as a freshman, received his state farmer degree as a junior. Again, that's an honor to do that. He had three contests to go to state last year. That was tobacco, horticulture and farm and fruit and vegetable production. He was elected president his senior year, and he'll be going to the state with horticulture and farm this year. So again, congratulations, folks. I'd like to say it's a real honor to be up here with two advisors tonight, Mr. Frank Williams and John Burl Murphy. They was here when I was in school. Some of you parents out there were here at the same time I was. But I'm real proud to see John Burl here tonight. After that horse accident he had, I was afraid he wasn't going to be here. Have y'all heard about his accident with a horse? There's not many people heard about that, I'm sure, because he's a little embarrassed about it, but he's been bragging about it. He hadn't been on a horse for a long time. Mr. Price and his brother, Marion, decided they'd take him horseback riding. So lo and behold, they all went out horseback riding, and John wanted to ride first, so they put him on. He took off riding. That horse got to galloping, and John fell off. He hung his foot in the stirrup. And that horse just kept a-galloping, and with Mr. Price and Mr. Murphy, Marion, they didn't know what to do. They just hollered, and John Burl was hollering, "Get me off this thing, get me off this thing." They didn't know what to do. And finally, the manager of Kmart come out and unplug the thing. Thank y'all.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you. This is a great honor for me. Receiving the Star Chester Farmer, that's something I've really, it's been a dream, something really worked for when we started into the freshman. Tonight, this is my last local FFA banquet. Got one more regional, and then I'm a has-been FFA member. But anyway, everyone needs to come up here and give y'all a retiring speech. So, kind of bear with me. Let's go do this. Start off, I guess I come here 4 years ago. I thought, well, I'm going to be here forever. It's going to be a lifetime situation. Now here I am in front of all my friends, and I've always thanked Mom and Dad for your support. And, Price, Mr. Murphy, y'all have always been there for me. And the FFA is an organization of endless opportunities. And trying to take advantage of all those opportunities has really furthered my education. It's opened doors for me that otherwise I would have never known existed. The FFA teaches you things that you won't ever learn in math, science class. It's something more like public communication and hands-on. It's something that's, something you can always use throughout your life, no matter what you do in life. And it also uses competition as a way of motivation and education. And through this, it's given me the ability to run for a state office I've run for regional office. I was regional secretary. I've run for local secretary and local vice president. It's really helped me throughout my everyday life. But, you know, as you go through this organization, there's always little things that stand out in your mind. And, you know, you get your two advisors. To them, they're perfect. But, you know, they got a few mistakes. Wasn't too long ago, the same class, and come in the room like every day. John Burrow, he's out there, he had a sledgehammer, he's pounding on his board. He had him on his wagon flat. He's just pounding and pounding and pounding. We all looked at him and said, well, what's wrong here? He just kept pounding. He looked up and he said, well, I cut my board 2 inches short, and I figure if I hit it hard enough, it'll lengthen out. And, you know, that kind of stuff. So here, this is our ag teacher. He's supposed to be educating something. I don't know. But anyway, I guess the main thing that we all remember these two is, they'll real quick point out for us too, that little MR period on your little shop coat. I guess we've all come to really respect it. And I just love it, so thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank Harvey for being here tonight to present these awards. Also like to thank him for all the things that he's done for me. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank Farm Bureau for sponsoring the award. Through my past 4 years in high school, I've learned more from this department than all my other classes put together. Not only from this department, but through the FFA. I enrolled in agriculture mainly because my dad was in it when he was in high school and my brother was in it. Through the FFA, I've gained leadership skills and many speaking abilities. I feel that from the FFA, it will really help me in the future. You not only gain leadership and speaking abilities, you gain knowledge that will stick with you for the rest of your life. I would like to thank the members of this organization for letting me to be their president this past year. I feel that I've been a good president for the best I know how to be. I know I've made a few mistakes, but I've grown from those mistakes. There are many opportunities in the FFA, and tonight I would like to pose a challenge to every member here to take advantage of as many opportunities as they can. From these opportunities, you not only gain recognition and awards, you also gain confidence in yourself. I know I can stand up here and talk for a long time about all these opportunities, but there's one thing. It's up to you to take advantage of these opportunities. And last, I'd like to thank Mr. Murphy through these past 4 years. He's not only been my teacher, but also a friend to me, and I'll never forget him for that. And Mr. Price, he's helped me out a lot through these 4 years. He encouraged me to get started in the FFA, and I'd just also like to thank him. Mr. Secretary, what's the next item, please? It's always a pleasure to receive honorary membership to the FFA. The purpose of this ceremony is to recognize from time to time the efforts of others made on our behalf. Mr. Secretary, please read the section of the National Constitution which provides for honorary membership.
Honorary membership. Farmers, school superintendent, principals, members of boards of education, chapter advisors, teachers, staff members in agricultural education, business people and others who are helping to advance agricultural education in the FFA. Who have rendered outstanding service may be elected to honorary membership by a majority vote of the members present in the regular meeting for the commission.
Mr. Secretary, would you introduce the one who is to receive this honor?
President, members, Ed, I please introduce John Burrow.
Will the officer take the place of society? Will the usher please present the candidate
Mr. Murphy, essentially it is my privilege to extend you the handclasp of friendship and brotherhood.
As reporter, I'm pleased to inform you that the FFA is a national youth organization whose purpose is to develop agricultural leaders. Welcome.
Contribution in our youth position in our democracy serves as an example for our members to follow. As treasurer, welcome to our organization. The FFA and its council and guidance recognize the leaders. It's my pleasure, Secretary, to add your name to our roll of honorary members.
As Vice President, I welcome you to the FFA. I would inform you that our members learn to appreciate the dignity of labor. Because without labor, the knowledge and wisdom can accomplish nothing. Thank you.
On behalf of every member, I would say we are proud to have you as an honorary member. My disaffiliation for value to all. I press upon you that we would look to you for counsel and guidance. It is because of the great respect we have for you that you have been elected to honorary membership. May we always cooperate for the benefit of all. I now confer upon you honorary membership in the Casey County FFA and present you with this token of membership.
Thank you, Jamie. Getting near the end of the program, I would like to say once again, thank you to all the special guests, to all the parents and FFA members. I'd like to say congratulations to the senior class that will be leaving us. I'd like to say congratulations to every FFA member that has received an award tonight. FFA members and guests, we're here tonight to make a special presentation and to honor a special person. He's a special teacher. We're here to honor Mr. Murphy. And in the beginning, I'd like to say, give me just a second here. I'd like to say thanks to you, Mr. Murphy. As I came in as a beginning teacher, your advice was always based on true knowledge and ripening with wisdom. I know your thinking and your philosophy always was to have the best facilities, the best equipment, the best students, the best agriculture department that we could have here at Casey County High School. And the reason that you wanted those things was because you cared about students. You truly cared about students becoming educated. Your love for students has helped many farm leaders, agribusinessmen, doctors, lawyers, and many other citizens here in our community. These citizens, and myself personally, will attest to the fact that the leadership that we've gained through this leadership organization, the FFA, and the help of our advisor and agriculture teacher is the key to our success in life. I can't keep but thinking back when I was in school. You took me to Western Kentucky University. That was the beginning. That was the starting point. Thanks for the trip to the FFA convention. And as the saying goes, teachers and friends, teachers touch lives. Mr. Murphy, I want you to know that's true. And Mr. Williams, but agriculture teachers not only touch lives, but they mold lives. Mr. Murphy, you are a teacher by choice, not a teacher by chance. I want to quote Mr. Frank Williams in 1982 when I became an agriculture teacher, and this is what he had to say about teaching. He said, and I quote, "Go into it right. A person has to be dedicated. Not only teach in the classroom, but teach in your daily life also." End quote. Mr. Murphy, you dedicated your life to the agriculture teaching profession and to the advancement of its people. Your efforts and methods have withstood the test of time. On behalf of myself and the FFA chapter, I want to present you with this gift to help show our deep appreciation for the help that you've given us. We will continue to look to you for advice and guidance, and I know that you always keep FFA and the Agriculture Department close to your heart. Before I present the next person, I'd like to share with you a personal testimony. It's something that's been on my mind for years. I've never told anyone, Ms. Tucker, but I've thought about this banquet, and I'd like to say it tonight. When I was in the 7th or 8th grade, I don't recall which, and my brother, Eddie, is here with me tonight, Mr. Williams. Those are the two people that this story relates to. Eddie and I went to the barn one morning. We lived where he lives now. We got to the barn, and Eddie's cow had delivered a newborn calf. And of course, FFA members, everyone knows how proud you are of a newborn calf. And we were walking back to the house, and Eddie said, "I need to call Mr. Williams." Mr. Williams was his agriculture teacher. And I asked him, I said, "Why do you need to call?" He said, "I need to call Mr. Williams and tell him that I've got a new calf." And I thought, right then, there's somebody there, a teacher that cares. And Eddie told me, he said, when you get to high school, you want to take agriculture. They offer agriculture the 3rd period and the 6th period. And you want to take agriculture the 3rd period under Mr. Williams. And honestly, if Eddie had not told me that, I would never have taken agriculture. I would not have went to school, to college. I would not be an agriculture teacher. And I want to say thank you for saying that. And at this time, I'm going to bring to you Mr. Frank Williams. He taught agriculture, I believe, 34 years. And I'm proud to say that he was my agriculture teacher, Mr. Frank Williams.
Let down where I'm reaching this up. It's hard for me to know what to say now after all these moments, Murphy,
Mr. Price. But I look around this crowd tonight, see a lot of faces that's familiar to me. Several of you I had in class. And I can see now your sons, or in some cases maybe your daughters, sitting here in these area departments, taking part in FFA now. I also say that I was in not only the ag teachers or Mr. Price, some of the others, but I was the ag teacher for the superintendent of schools too. I could tell you a thing or two about him. I'll say that the way it is. But it really is done me good to be able to come back tonight. I come back and visit with them here at times anyhow, but just to be with this group and see a lot of familiar faces and see that the good work is carrying on, and all these things are memories that really stick with you. I told somebody there too, this is the memories that you have from being a teacher and association with students, realizing that somehow or other you did some good with it. It means an awful lot to you. You can look back, it's really something precious to you. And this Kyle was saying the trees here a while ago. It brought back a memory of the time that I took Jury Walters to the state convention when he decided to treat at the state convention. And best I remember, Jury rated up third or fourth in the state. He did real good with it. So these things are familiar to me, and they bring back a lot of good memories to me. But of all the things that I can think of, and I'm proud to see each one of you, this good work going on here, proud of Mr. Price and the school system. Thankful for association of a lot of the teachers and so on. But the greatest blessing that I got from being working as a teacher, working in the agricultural field, because I was raised on a farm, I love a farm, and I love a farm boy. Farm girl, that's my life work. But the greatest thing that I got out of it is being associated with a man of quality and character, as Mr. Burrow Murphy did. I can say this truthfully from people and friends too, that he has touched a lot of lives, and you young people may not realize it now. But a few years now, you look back and see the influence that he had on your life, and you'll appreciate it. He's really done a lot for me. We worked together started in 1958 until 82, I guess I retired. We worked together all the time, sharing the same classroom, same office, just like Mr. Price and Mr. Murphy do now. And the same shop work and things of this kind, but I don't rest ever had a cross word of any kind to each other. Work together and enjoy it. We help each other. We're not all bed of roses, so there's times when you have to do a lot of that. Mr. Murphy happened to be sick a day or something. We didn't call a superintendent and call someone in to substitute teacher. We took over the work ourselves. I helped Mr. Murphy a lot of days, and it's hard day when you have to the whole thing all day long yourself. He's going to be the same way, the way we work together for years. And we're going to find memories of that kind and just work an awful lot. But the greatest thing I think that he has contributed to the students that he's had is the encouragement that he's given and the life that he's lived before. He's been a good Christian, moral person to work and teach your students. You parents should really appreciate having young people. As you grow older, you'll realize it. Mr. Price is carrying on, I think, very admirably in the work that he's doing. He's just a top-notch young man and doing a good job. The school is lucky to have teachers of quality of Mr. Price. And all these things I hope you'll think about.
some of the names tonight that were called out for awards here. I didn't recognize the face of the boy, but the name I recognized. Kelly Rayford's, Kelly's uncle was one of the first boys that I had to ever show their dad. And they still keep carrying on that tradition too. But all these things, you just associate, it means an awful lot to you, and I appreciate it. I appreciate being able to go through and work with a man the quality of Mr. Murray and Mr. Price. So I thank all of you. Congratulations. Your officers have done a fine job tonight, and I think it speaks well for the teaching and training you give and encourage. These two that give a farewell address. When I was that age, it was scared me to death out of it. Scared now, to be honest. I thank you for the opportunity to say these things. I know I've enjoyed the effort and hope that carry on. I don't know who will be sitting in for Mr. Murphy one of these days, but I hope that he can enjoy these good memories of his retirement that I have in mind. There's a lot of good days ahead of you, Mr. Murphy. Make good use of it.
At this time, Mary will come forward to make some comments.
I don't think there's just a minute about any time we have a story that counts over stuff through close commission, so I'll let you go. I don't see Shirley in the office here. Shirley? Okay. I qualified in for knowing this guy longer than anybody else in the room. So I'm going to tell you some things about it. Everybody knows his twin, I guess. Can't you wait? I ain't going no further. So leave that right there. He had been around for one time. I don't know what year Marcus was, but he was fairly decent brother. I guess he lost it to me. Man, you don't have a fire where you call it a flat on fire, got a square side on it. I brought it back to him and asked me, he had four motorcycle cars on it. I'd be a little white bar for that day. See, he didn't let me forget that very quick. Another time, I guess you can remember the world. I got to my place down the hole. I was sitting on the table upstairs, looking out there, and I was shooting. I guess. You guys remember the little old pocket knife that we used to get at the moment? The little one-blade knife. About that long, had a little steel loop on it and had a chain about this long. It was looking on itself. You think everything we got along good, and brothers don't get along good all the time. I can tell you that. So one Christmas, we got a snack. At least I did. He crossed my path, and I told him I was going to cut his ears off. Done a pretty good job on, I think, with the left ear that I got that time. You don't believe it, check the stars on his ear. Still there. I'm going to borrow a little story that I heard one time. I think it's with a flat photo here. There was he was a watchman, I guess you call him. Some of you maybe men probably know the proper word for him. But anyway, he was the watchman on the ship. And he yelled up at the captain one morning. He said, Captain, there's something on the horizon right in front of us out here. Captain took a look, hollered out over the radio. He said, hey, alter your course. This little voice come back and said, you alter your course. Well, that was a little bit unusual for this captain. So he goes along a few minutes and guy says, good, he said, that's right there. Captain yelled out again. He said, hey, alter your course. This little voice comes back and said, you over your course. But by this time, the captain gets up higher in the car. He goes along a little further. Guy said, still out there, Captain, directly in front. Captain yelled out and says, hey, out there, says, alter your course. He said, Pontiac said, you alter your course. Captain said, I'm a battleship. This lady says, I'm a lighthouse. So I think Burl has been a lighthouse as the years went along. I think he's altered some courses. So I heard some things tonight of some people who obviously he had altered their course. So as we go along here, from here on out, there will be some occasions where I feel sure that some of you guys over here, some of you guys over there, might be able to benefit by some of this course alteration that he's provided for all these years. And I guess I have one distinction tonight that nobody else in here has. He's my brother. So I'll let him go ahead.
I'm sure most of you know now that the Agriculture Department works very close with the Casey County beef and the pork producers. We depend upon them, and at this time they wanted a spot here to make a presentation, so the president of each organization, if you'll come forward at this time.
Being a former FFA member and officer, I can appreciate some of these things going on here tonight. Before we get into the real purpose of here, I'd like to say congratulations to 3 fine men who got these scholarships. I think the awards they got here tonight shows what kind of young people that we've got. And I happen to know them personally from their parents. So we'll always give up to you. We're proud to help them out. They told me I had about 2 minutes up here tonight, which is probably longer than I needed. Eddie and I sat over here for 2 hours and tried to figure out something good to say about Burl. He wrote it down on one of his gum packs and the fan blew it away. So you know what goes there. I'm not in the same position here he is, but Burl and I are related. I didn't have the opportunity to go to school under him with Chris Williams either one. I was sleeping under own brand built both. Like I said, I'm proud to be former FFA member and officer. But I have worked with this department, Mr. Williams, Mr. Murphy, Mr. Price, on various projects, do this work producers, big clubs, whatever. And I would definitely like to say thanks to Burl for the things that he's helped. His 4 sons have been in this department every one of his present time. And he thinks he's retiring, but these clubs and work producers are going to give him a special enablement. And instead of being an official sampler, he's going to help cook. I can promise you that anything that you eat that we cook, there's no immediate danger because Burl will sample it before you get our team to eat.
Thank you, Ronnie, and FFA members. This is sort of, I didn't know it was going to be a retiring deal tonight, and I remember a lot of things when I was in school, especially when I was a freshman. Mr. Williams was my teacher. And there was 3 or 4 best boys that was pretty rough in there, I guess you could say. There was Merle Shoemaker, Kenny Clark, Mike Richardson, Matt Clay. And, you know, we used to get paddlings when we was in school for doing mischief things. And I'd seen nothing wrong with it, except when I got home, got one class to say it, because they found out about it. And Mr. Williams used to have a paddle with black tape around it, had holes in the end of it. We'd have boys. We'll be doing something that's cheap, just to be in the shop area. And I'd always try to hit the middle door first, and I'd turn around, I'd stick my foot at the bottom, cause the door on. Mr. Williams, he worked over 2 or 3 that way. But really, I should have been the one getting it. Me and Mr. Murphy, I used to bear hunting until I didn't know his health was getting bad, but you know, I could have had something to do with that when I was 4 years putting up with us. But on behalf of the Casey County League Club and with the Fourth Producers, we all work together, and he helps us with a lot of programs through the fall and in the spring. And we've learned something throughout this past year and in the years past by being acquainted with him. So on my statement of the Club, we want to present you Mr. Murphy with a token of appreciation.
Since Jeff left us neighbor, we're gonna have Jeff show him how to use this. This has to be one of those, what the sophomores call an impromptu speech. They well know that, it's last January, and I thought, we're gonna make speeches. And one of them sitting right in front of me, he looked at me and his mouth said, "Fellow." But I didn't ask him if he wanted to. I said, "We're going to." And I'm about like he was when his time came to stand up. And I gave him some instructions on how to stand before the podium, stand on both feet, not put his hands in his pockets, not lean on it, things like that. And he stood there for, well, I know it to him it seemed ever so long. And he didn't say anything. And I was over that side. I looked over me and said, "I know what I want to say, but it won't come out." I don't think he's here tonight, but some people know what I'm talking about. And that's the way I am. I have a lot to say, but it won't come out. I started with him when I was a young man, and I was green. I never had the opportunity to see some of that. I didn't even know there was a state convention. I didn't know there was a state farmers agreement. And Mr. Williams took me under his wing summer of 1958. And we worked together. Jeff said he retired after 24 years. And I never regretted it. Bryce said I took this job by choice, not by chance. And there were former board members sitting here tonight that I can thank supported me in that job. Grandfather, John Garrett. I think he's I'm sorry. So Mr. Williams, I leaned on you heavily, and I thank you for it. Appreciate it. Mr. Price came along, former student, and we have continued. We have continued the same working relationship. Now, the other fellow came up here, he scared me. And I didn't say Mr. Murphy on him. And he came up here, that worried me. But I got by pretty good. Thank you, man. And
that, Ms. Williams says, I would like to think that maybe I had some influence. Our luck. We were in the dollhouse one night about 11 o'clock at the state convention, which is June. What are you going to do? Yeah, school. I don't know. And I said, well, what don't you go to school, Harvey? Right, some said, I haven't taken my ACT. Well, we came back and happened to be a former classmate of mine from Western, was administrator at Community College Somerset. Art and I went over there a few days Harvey was in school. So, somewhere along the line, though, Harvey learned to speak. Maybe you are born to speak than being taught. Because I've never learned to be a speaker. But right here, smooth as me. Miss Williams and I, that's it. We let the boys do talking. I took a group of students down to Western one time to a field day here in this new $5 million arena, agriculture building. Out of this arena stood a young man with a microphone giving directions to about 1,500 others in contest for that day. That young man was his prize. So, somewhere along, I'm like Mr. Williams. I'd like to think maybe that I have. But those, one of the things is the best paycheck you can get after you retire is knowing maybe you did. And I have a few more things here I'd like to say to the students that are coming on, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. I think they've all been tested. I think you have some golden opportunities in your FFA if you would take advantage of it. And I have 2 sophomore classes and 1 junior and 1 senior class. I don't say a whole lot about the senior class because they're just like I am. They're has-beens. But the 2 sophomore classes, whoever gets them next year in the junior class, you have a good group. You have a good group. It's what makes it difficult for me.
Murphy, I know there's a special person in your life that's given you a lot of support during the years. At this time, I'd like Mrs. Janice Murphy to please come forward and receive this bouquet here in the center.
Before we go on any further, I would just like to say thanks to the beef producers, to the pork producers, and the other businesses that contribute to the scholarship. I really appreciate it. Mr. Secretary, what's the next item, sir? Will the newly elected officers come forward this time? Alan, as President-elect, you've been selected by your fellow members to be the leader of our chapter for the coming year. You're therefore responsible for guiding our chapter through all its worthy undertakings. May you work intelligently and seriously to fulfill the responsibility of your office.
Vice President-elect, your record as confidence indicates you have those qualities of leadership we all should possess. You are to assist the President in directing the work of our chapter, preside over the meetings and his absence, and keep all committees working effectively.
Secretary of Education shall keep accurate minutes of our meeting. Carry on chapter correspondence. Provide a chapter with the order of business and committee assignments for each meeting. You will also keep a list of members where it is agreed the order have custody of constitutional violations. Elect, you've been placed in a position of trust. Your duties require you to keep an accurate record of receipts and disbursements and provide regular financial reports. It's also a responsibility to assist in the development of the chapter budget and maintain sound financial practices. Sheldon, as reporter-elect, your duties to inform the public about the FFA. You're expected to work closely with the news media, including state and national FFA publications. Keep a record of photographs and articles, posts concerning the FFA and its members, and be responsible for complying with FFA history.
Dustin, as Sentinel-elect, your duties include welcoming our friends, caring for the meeting room and FFA equipment, and providing for the comfort of our members and guests. It is also your duty to assist in conducting meeting and ceremony. It is an honor to be an officer in FFA. From time to time during the year, you may encounter problems, but through cooperation, hard work, and dedication, you will succeed and the FFA will prosper. Do each of you accept the responsibilities of your office, and will you do your best to uphold the ideals and the principles of the FFA? If so, answer, we do. I now declare you properly and duly installed into the respective office to which you were elected. May your year of service be marked by integrity, dedication, and cooperative spirit. Seek harmony among your fellow officers and set high standards of leadership for the fellow members.
This time, I'd like to thank our members for electing me president for the upcoming year. I hope that I'll be able to serve you well. I'll try my best. And I'd also like to say thanks to all these officers here. They've given me a lot that I really can't tell you about. But each one of them touched me in a very very good way. And I believe that through them, I'll be able to be a good president and lead this chapter. Will James' mom and my mom please come forward to accept the centerpiece?
We, the senior class of 1992, dedicate this awards banquet to Mr. Murphy.
We're about to adjourn this meeting of the Casey County FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, with diligent labor, judging our deal, courage to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in the salute for our flag.